Come on. This is not the only Build Fighter kit that I'm building this year. The other new Build Fighter kits from the two new series is coming out this year. It's coming out in August, by the way. The Jim Jims. Got me into Jim Jim type mechs. The weapon sets that they showed off a few months ago. And the Untitled Gundam, which they haven't given a title yet. Surprise. Maybe they haven't begun, the process of making it. Some say it's going to be the Star Build Burning. Something like that. But, maybe it's going to be a different name. Who knows? I was going to get another kit. I was going to get another kit. And that was, it was up to debate with me and Prime 92. We were discussing about this. And it turns out that, well, the Tristan is an interesting kit. I can't say I don't like it or like it because I've never built the high grade Alex Gundam. I built the master grade, which I wish they made it 2.0 now. But I never built the high grade version. So I kind of asked her, what do you think I should get? Should I get the high grade version of the original Alex or should I get this? And we kind of left it at, I might as well get the old one. But if I have a feeling we'll be seeing the Tristan in a bargain bin of something. Let's not knock the kit off. I mean, yes, it has its problems. It has a lot of problems. But that's if you're a standard builder. What if you modify the kit? Make it better than what originally it was intended to be. Then you have somebody's attention. Okay, the anime is left to be desired, considering the fact that it only lasted, what, 3 minutes? So, I don't know. What do you guys think? I think down the road I will get the Tristan for shits and giggles, but if I do it, it's meant to be, I have to think of what to do with it like a kit bash. But, yeah. And of course, we are getting some Origin kits, but nothing has been officially announced, other than the Zaku Origin, and I think another Charizard. I could be wrong. I would like to see. Well, they haven't announced it yet, but I would love to see Origin kits like a new Dom or a Gelgoog. Now that I got the Master Grade Gelgoog, so I would love to see something like that. Alright, so right now I'm going to begin removing the gold parts, because that's the parts that we definitely need for this kit. Then I'm going to go through the manual and figure out which parts I do need and don't need. Alright, so I separated all the parts by color, except for the leftover screws. Black, gray, gold, and the oddball colors right here. So, surprisingly, there's a lot of small parts. And of course a lot of leftover parts from the kit that actually was from the leftover from the Denial Gundam. But yeah, I'm going to try to now clean up each and every part and then begin assembly. Now what I'm going to do right now is not going to do I'm not going to assemble the Schwartzritter Gundam to show off what it looks like as a before. We already know what it looks like before. The images are all over the place. I'm just going to assemble what I think needs to be assembled, and then keep them all separate, clean them, and then I'm going to put them in sprues so I can then begin priming them. So give me some time to clean up all this stuff that you could see here, sand down, especially those parts there. That's pretty much everyone here, and then we're going to show off, begin priming these parts. So I'm in the midst of reviewing some parts that I'm going to, sand down and clean up. Just remove some of the leftover sprues, as you can see here. And also form fitting some parts to making sure that they fit correctly, and of course plan out how I'm going to separate parts during the course of the build. And some I found pretty easy, some I have to do a little bit of work, and some I added glue. Like for example the shoulder here. Now this is a part here that has a trim that goes around here, the gold trim, and when I put this together there was a seam line here, and I thought maybe a good idea to do that effect where there's a panel line, but I chose to glue this, and now I'm going to sand it down. To make it flush. Let me see if we can do that. Oops. Let me try a flatter surface here. I have this finer sanding paper. Alright, let's see how it is. There's a notch there which I'm going to have to continue sanding down so I can make it nice and flush. There's also now, even though this part is glued, and I was reviewing this, there's this little part here that goes into there. Now obviously it's now locked into place, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to snap this off and then slide it in there and glue it, because you need this to hold up another gold part. But once this is done, then it'll be painted all the same color anyway. I also assembled the leg here. Like, this is fine for me to assemble, and this one goes here as well. But before I put this on, I gotta make sure that that's smoothed out a bit. So at least certain parts I can assemble and then keep it to the side. This one, oh yeah, I did see this part here, which is part of the thigh armor. I don't see any notches, anything for me to sand down, I think at the end, but I will definitely need this that goes here, and this one goes there. Like that. Now, I don't have to worry about anything going in there because this part goes, I believe, up through there. This part is going to be covered up with this one, so when I paint this whole thing, I don't have to worry about it. The only thing I do is got to sand these two parts there. That I can easily do. No big deal. Now this part is the wing part slash sword part of this kit, and I was going to glue this on, but I said let me put it on together and then work on sanding down the parts. Like there was a nub mark there, and there was a nub mark here, and there's a nub mark here, which I haven't done yet. I will work it on in a minute. But the reason why I put it together now, obviously it's going to be painted, but I'm going to take it apart. I was originally going to glue it on, but I can't do that because this goes here, and I really didn't feel like gluing the whole thing and then masking it off. I want to paint this well because I don't, you know, for this part to look good, I want to make sure I painted it well and then didn't do a lot of masking. But this is the actual gold part for the sword. And I was sanding these parts down. That the one thing about gold pieces, they show off the nub marks, like what it would really look like, and then you think that, oh my god, it's still there, but it's not after you sand it down. I used a sticky tack here to check to see if the hole is there, and it's not, so yeah, that's good. It's nice and smooth. I got a few others there to work on. I did assemble inner frame parts, cleaned up parts. Like here's the arms are done. Well, hold on. Here are the arms. Here's the backpack. This is all one part anyway. No extra parts other than the one gold part that goes here. The assembly of the inner thigh armor. That's good. And I'm kind of like complaining to myself, saying, "Wait a minute, you're able to make this in high grade, but you couldn't do anything bigger for the 2.0 for the Providence," which doesn't make any sense. Why did you? Well, why? So right now, this is starting to look good. I'm just still cleaning up. You know, I finished up cleaning up the arms, and now I just got to sand down the remaining shoulders. I did glue this leg together. So I got glue there and there, so I'm going to sand it down using 400 sanding sponge here by God Hand Tools. And then I have this 3X 320 ultra fine grit, which I'll smooth it down a bit further. And to get it nice and smoothy, I'll use a 1500 sanding pad right there. I have an 800 stick, which I got a long time ago by Steve Internationals, and it's starting to flake apart. I would love to get another one of these. They're really good. So everything is starting to look good, just going in a steady pace, and then eventually I'm going to start putting up in the alligator clips and begin the priming phase for this kit.